Welcome back to LEDs for Dummies, where we'll be showing you how to rewire a fluorescent tube fitting for LED tubes. Right, now to start this job, we're going to need a wire stripper to get rid of the cables so we can bare the cables where we need it. You're going to need a flat screwdriver here to loosen the ballast from the cables. You may need a larger screwdriver to remove the ballast from the fitting altogether. You will also require 2 chocolate blocks as well. So now we're going to loosen the cables coming into the ballast with our small flat screwdriver. Just press on the points and the cables will just pop out. We're going to use our larger Phillips screwdriver here to get rid of the ballast completely. Now you see we've got the ballast here. We don't need this anymore. LED tubes don't require a ballast, so we can put that aside. Here you'll see that the fitting is completely empty now. You will notice that there are 8 cables coming out of this fitting. You will only require 4. The other 4 we're going to blank off and not use. So now you can decide which ones you want to use. You will see that 4 cables are going in one direction and 4 cables are going in the other direction. You can use your discretion and use whatever one you want to use. For the purpose of this video, we're going to use the one going to the right hand side over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 neutrals and our 2 lives and join them together. Join 2 lives and 2 neutrals together separately and put them into a quick core connector or into a chocolate block. These 4 cables over here is the ones going to the live side of the tube, where the live side of our tubes are going to be plugging into. Take a look at where the neutral and the live cables are going. We're going to be making sure that our neutrals are on top here. So you'll see here the neutrals, the blue cables are on top. Join your 2 neutral wires and your 2 live wires together. Now place your neutral and your live cables into a quick core connector or into a chocolate block, whichever you find more comfortable with. This is where our 220 volts from our mains are going to be plugging into. Depending on your application and depending on how your house is wired up, some of them have the brown and the blue and some of them have the red and the black. For our application, we're going to be using the red cable as our live, which is the brown, and the black cable that's going to go to the blue cable, which is our neutral. We want to make sure that the blue, which is our neutral, matches up with the neutral on the tube. Where it's marked on the tube, there will be a tiny little N and an L. So this is our LED tube over here. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure the neutral now is going to match up with the neutral there. So all we're going to do is we're going to pop it in there like so. Pop it in on the other side and twist it. When you twist the tube, make sure that the writing that is on the tube faces downward. As in, if the fitting is mounted up on the roof, you want to make sure that you can see the writing. Otherwise, the light will be shining upward instead of downward. Once you've done all of that, make sure that your cables are safely tucked away. Preferably use some insulation tape around your joints, just to be on the safe side. We are going to just plug it in like this over here, and there we go. Both our tubes are perfectly lit up. These 2 tubes are consuming 18 watts each, where the conventional tube would be consuming 36 watts each.